Whatever happened with the relationship from before?
We just went our separate ways.
Were you still struggling after you went separate ways? Was that still part of the struggle, or was it when you went separate
For
ways, did that
sure. Yep.
help
Yeah,
things at
I was.
all?
Yeah, I was still struggling a bit with that, and but it was just more to just kind of clean up, and I did. It was like undoing that took a long time. But the
I
reality is
bet.
that a lot of people kind of don't recover. They don't.
No, no.
Many
They
people
just
don't
it
recover from
becomes
that. They just
their
it becomes their thing,
their
and they just live there
comfort
forever.
zone. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
actually built out a coaching program and a whole course and all kinds of
did
different
you?
stuff to help people with panic attacks and anxiety. And it's tough. That is a really, I don't think I'd want to work in that field. Just it's tough. It's really tough for people to see beyond their own restrictions and limitations within that. So, yeah.
Hmm. So, do you feel that the start of the panic attacks stem from just layered on stressors and then it kind of kicked in? Or is there a way to know the source of it? Or is it a lot of everything all at once?
So I think in the end, a lot of it is everything just coming into a perfect coalescence of negativity. When I look back, I can tell you that my father had anxiety, and I don't believe
Mm,
necessarily in mental health as this is going to be a risky one. People are not going to agree with me, but I think that a lot of mental health has to do with. I don't feel like it is a genetic thing. I'm happy to be wrong. That's okay.
yeah, no,
For
I hear
me,
you.
I just needed to find a way to change my own beliefs around it so I could own it
Hmm.
fully enough that I had to have full control over it, let's say, or full influence enough to be able to change my own mind around it so I could make it so that I am mentally substantially healthier. Do you know what I mean? And
Oh,
so
100%. Yeah.
yeah, I had to stack the deck in my favor, if you will. So whether it's true or not, I had to make that true for me so that I could change my reality around it. And so my dad had anxiety issues. I would probably my mom did too. She was just like an anxious kind of person. I definitely grew up in a chaotic kind of household for sure. Things were uncertain. My dad was an entrepreneur and income, yes, income, no, and just things often all over the place. And so that was definitely a component, like part of the foundation that I stood upon. And then I really feel like a lot of the conspiracy stuff that I was like the world's controlled and you're powerless and there's bad people out there to get you. And it doesn't matter what you do. Everything is set up against you. And the food is poisonous and the water is poisonous and the air is poisonous and cell phones are going to give you cancer. And just all of that stuff is a perfect recipe for having no control or feeling like you have no control,
Out of
believing
control.
and
Yeah.
having as a result all kinds of other thoughts and stuff. And then the relationship as well was not super healthy for me. And so I was
And then you
having
trying to be a people pleaser in the process puts a weight on you too.
100%. So let's say I took all of my history and then I took all of my new beliefs around conspiracy stuff and then this relationship and then real estate and I felt really stuck. I felt super trapped. I felt like I had no control over my life and I felt like it didn't matter what I do. Things are not going well and they're not going to improve. And that was where I was. And I really firmly believe that, Kim. Like, felt like the world is just going to continually get worse and worse. And
Do you feel that
I,
like
I don't believe that
I
now.
mean I don't know this to be true, but do you feel that once one panic attack occurred that it opened up a portal
Oh yeah.
of that? You know what I
Oh yeah.
mean?
Yes. Yeah. No question. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Have you
Because
experienced
then you have to like
panic attacks?
unwind that. I haven't. I
You're
know
so
my
lucky.
daughter has.
Yeah.
I know my daughter has, but I just wonder if it's like anything. Once you kind of open up, quote, a weird permission in your cellular system to go there, it's easier to go there again. Then you have to like wind that down and then close that door
Yes.
so that
Yep.
it becomes thick enough that it doesn't open up again. I
Yes.
mean,
And
that's just my
so
odd little
no, you're 100%
perspective.
correct. And there's actual, like, here's the reality of it. Neuroscience supports exactly what you said,
Okay.
100%. 100%. So people who experience OCD, for example, their neurons will run in circles. So they get stuck in a loop and they can't get out of it. So that same type of let's call it a neuronal loop. That same type of neuronal loop will occur for people who have panic attacks. They get stuck in anxiety and they can't break out of it. And so the brain tells the body what to do, not the other way around. But some people would say it's both, but that's fine too. But yes, 100%. Once Pandora's box has been opened, it can be very difficult to close it again.
It's weird. It's like so many different parts of our life. You think about like relationships that have jealousy in it. So once you open the door to allowing feelings of jealousy to occur, it's hard to unwind that or close that door again. Or it's not certainly as serious as a panic attack, but it's all the headspace things that you even going to a conference, like a bigger conference. I get in my way of thinking, okay, they're all going out to dinner. I wasn't, but it's just that headspace stuff, that loop that you get caught in sometimes, that even as we get older, we still get in our own way by
Yeah.
getting in our own way.
Do you want to do a little experiment?
Sure.
Okay. Let's change a belief or two for you. Okay. So tell me something that you've been finding difficult, or find something that has been a bit challenging for you lately.
For me personally, lately, to be honest with you, it's in my business. It's lack of motivation. I've been very lucky in the last 2 years that 99% of my business has come from past clients and referrals. Right now, I'm dried up a bit, and then I have to go back and do the hard things again. And it's getting in my own headspace of not wanting to start over again, all the things that we do that even new agents are going through. So it's kind of similar to what we're talking about.
Kind of like that?
I want it. I want the success of it, but I don't want to start over again.
Okay. So this might not be the most optimum one, but let's ask a couple questions. Let me ask you a couple questions around it. Why is it that you don't want to start over again?
Honestly, I think it's because it's the same thing that everybody, even brand new agents, like the fear of failure.
Talk from your experience only, though.
Okay. It feels hard.
Okay. Okay. So it's not really enjoyable. Okay.
It's hard once I get going, but right now the starting from scratch doesn't feel fun.
Okay. So starting from scratch doesn't feel fun because?
That's a good question.
So just repeat the phrase and then fill in the blank. Starting from scratch doesn't feel fun
because after 20 years and they're done that.
Okay. And so you just don't want to do it again?
I do want to. I want exactly the result. I do want to.
Okay. So why do you want to do it?
Because I want more money.
Okay. So you want to do it.
I want to help more people. I want to help more people. I love helping people. I love the client relationship and I love the connections. And
awesome. Do you see how easy it is when you talk about like the positive reasons why you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not where the magic lies. Okay. The magic lies in the impediment. So you have an impediment. You have some sort of unhealthy beliefs that are getting in the way of you taking action. And the reason they're getting in the way of you taking action is because it feels unfun, or it feels not fun, or it's a pain in the butt, or it's bothersome, or whatever it is. So our job as entrepreneurs is to look at the things that we're not doing and take a look at why we're not taking the actions. And if you spend a little bit of time every day asking yourself, why are you not doing the thing you know you're supposed to be doing that's going to lead to the goal that you really want, or you said you want, or the lifestyle, or the relationship, or the business, or whatever it is. But when you look at the thing as to what that is, then you help to isolate the problem. Once you isolate what the problem is, then you can change the beliefs around it. Okay. So it's not fun because...
It's not fun because... I think it's not fun because I feel disappointed in myself, the fact that I've allowed it to get here. I've leaned into the laziness of it being handed to me for so long that it's not fun.
Sorry, who handed it to you?
The people that I've worked with in the past who like me.
Okay, so your past clients giving you
past clients, and they've referred me. Past clients, friends, and referrals.
Okay. Do you feel good?
I feel deserving of all of that, yeah. Everybody that's leaned back into me, I feel deserving of, because we've had a great time together and I've been good at what I've done with them. But it's not fun because I think it's because honestly I feel disappointed that I haven't kept up with the things I should do. Like I coach agents and the things I tell them to do, I'm not even doing myself. You know, it's kind of like all of it in life, right?
Let's stay focused. So why have you not been keeping up with those things? So the number one reason I've not been keeping up with these things is because
It's been too easy not to.
it's been too easy to not do those things.
Because
Okay.
I've been busy with the things that have come easy to me. And yeah, just I've gotten lazy.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
and a year ago, my daughter was in a coma for 3 months. So that's where the laziness started because I could hardly, my bandwidth for anything was like very narrow because we were spending 12 hours a day in the hospital. So I was super fortunate. I had my best year ever because everything came to me organically and fortunately. So
okay.
through that, I've had a second year of things being handed to me organically, and now that's dried up. But I think that I finally healed out of that hard headspace, and now I've gotten into bad pattern behavior of
Okay.
not working really hard.
That's okay. That's okay. So, Kim, who controls the flow of business into your life?
Me,
Okay. So, do you control the flow of business from past clients?
not 100%. Like,
No, but you have big
not.
influence over it, right? Yeah. So, is it more your actions that control the flow of business from past clients into your life? Or is it more about you being wide open to receiving that business?
I think it's a combination
Okay.
because those that have come back to me, I've stayed in the best contact with.
Yep. Yep. So I'm just messaging someone real quick. He just walked in the door there.
Oh, no rush, no
Yeah.
rush. Or no worries, whatever.
Okay. So combination of staying open and the actions. And
Hmm.
you're not really taking the actions. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So the biggest reasons I'm not taking these actions that are going to bring about more business is because,
I've gotten lazy.
okay. So laziness is actually a symptom. It's not its own thing. It's not a problem. There is some other thing. So the biggest reason I'm not taking these actions. So here, let's do this. Close your eyes for a sec. Okay. I want you to just think about one thing that you know would help you in moving forward towards the thing, right? Say you want to get more repeat and referral from your clients. You know, there's 5, 10 things you need to do. So tell me the number one thing that you know would be beneficial to help bring that flow of business back. What is
Reach
that?
out, call each of them, text
Okay.
each of them.
Okay. So the number one reason you're not reaching out and calling these people is because,
I'm quote unquote staying busy doing other things that don't matter.
okay. So why are you doing these other things that don't matter when you know you're supposed to be doing this one?
Gosh, I don't know. I'm chasing that shiny object thing.
That's
I
okay. But
don't
that's
know.
also
I don't know
not
for
its own
sure.
thing. That's also just a distraction. So, Kim, repeat after me. Keep your eyes closed. So, the number one
Yep.
reason I am not taking the actions I need to take, such as reaching out to my past clients, is because,
The number one reason I'm not taking action, reach out to past clients is because idle procrastination. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
that's okay. That's okay. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Okay. How do you, when you think about your clients, okay, so imagine you're sitting there, you're about to pick up the phone and call one specific client. You can probably think of
Hmm.
someone right away. How do
Hmm.
you feel about making that phone call?
A little hesitant in the beginning because I always feel guilty that I haven't stayed in as much touch. But the second I make the call, it's so fabulous that I'm like, I should have called them earlier.
And you probably immediately connect with them and it feels great.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I want you to just let yourself feel that guilt.
Hmm.
Okay. So is that, how strong is that guilt?
Not super strong.
Okay. So scale of 1 to 10, 10 being couldn't be any more strong, 0 being it's
It
not
depends on
strong
the
at all.
client, obviously.
Okay.
It depends on the client. It could fluctuate between a 4 and a 10, I guess you'd
Okay.
say.
Okay. So
Some clients it'd be like a
sure.
because I've been good.
Okay. So think of someone that you feel like you should call where maybe the guilt is a little bit higher. Okay. You can feel that
Hmm.
guilt. Okay. So you feel guilty because you feel like you should have stayed in better contact. Is that right?
Hmm.
Okay. How does that guilt feel?
It feels high, but underneath it all, I'm not afraid. I don't feel like there would be a negative response if I do reach out. So the
Okay.
guilt lies more on, obviously, guilt is on me,
Yes.
of like shoulda, woulda. It's like any of our guilt. It's like promising. It's breaking a promise to myself that feels the worst.
Breaking a promise to yourself. So what was the promise you made to yourself?
Today I'm going to fill in the blank, whatever it is, business wise, health wise, all that. Anytime I break a promise, and that just adds
Okay.
more layers to you suck.
Okay. 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 So let me ask you this question, Kim. Do you suck?
Sometimes
Okay. All right. So you feel
I could
guilty.
do better. Every day I'm like, shoulda, woulda, coulda. And then tomorrow I'll do better. And the end of the day, it's like, shoulda done. It's just like that cycle of, I know my potential and I'm not living up to it. I know
Okay.
that for sure.
I heard a couple of really key things. Okay. I'm going to repeat a few things back to you, maybe slightly change the words. Okay. So I suck sometimes, not all the time, but I suck. Okay. I should do better. I should call my clients more. There are some clients where I'm not calling them. I'm going to put some words in here, but that you're not calling them because there's a bit of a guilt thing that you need to move into or through to actually pick up the phone and make the call. So our brains, our minds are wired towards not going into or facing difficult feelings and emotions. Like they don't feel safe to us. So our brains want to not get us to do that stuff. Now, to go and just push into it and just get yourself through it and just get in there, Kim. Just make the call. Just do what you need to do. Like, do the thing. So yeah, for sure, you carve out a pathway. You do all the different things you need to do to make it easier for yourself. But it's still the emotional component of you feeling, because here you are, like you've gone through this thing many times in your career, and yet here you are, and you still have those same feelings.
So interesting. You're right.
Okay. So the reason those feelings are there is because you have beliefs underneath them that hold those feelings in place. People experience panic attacks because they have beliefs that tell them, I'm out of control. I can't control myself. I can't control the situation. The situation's controlling me. I feel like I desperately need control, but I can't get control. So all of that, those little chunks, that little chunk of things that you have there is something that tells you that you should be doing better, that you should do this, you should do that. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to pick just kind of one channel or one
Oh, for
thing
sure.
there
Yeah. Yeah.
that we can kind of do a little something on. Okay. All right. So scale of 1 to 10 on a daily basis, how often do you feel like I should have done better?
10.
Like every day?
Oh, yeah.
Nice one. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So,
I don't have to pay for Tony Robbins with you.
yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to explain how it all works because I know we're already over time and stuff. But I want you to just let me guide you through this, and then we'll make some difference. Okay. All right. So what is the number one reason why you feel like you should do better?
Number one reason, because I can, because I've been given so many gifts and so many. There's no reason I've got so much support and love and belief in myself from other people, and I know that I've got skills and talents and all the things. So if there's nothing that should be holding me back other than whatever's, I don't know. I should do better because I can and I've got it all.
Okay.
I've got
But
everything
guess what?
available.
But guess what? You're not. Every day you're not. Every day you
Right.
feel like you should do better. You should do better. My mom would call that shoulding on yourself. She'd be like, stop shoulding on yourself. I always love that. And she's right. But it's still a habit, and you've been doing it a long time, and you
Good
do it
point.
every day, and it's not healthy for you, and it gets in the way, and it weights you down, and there's nothing healthy about it. Agreed? Okay.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
there's a couple things here. The way that you are doing this thing of shoulding on yourself or feeling like you always should do better, it's a strategy that you do. It is a thing that Kim does. And you do it because there is some sort of hidden benefit to it. You feel like if I do this, I'm going to get the thing I want, or I'm going to get something I want, or there's going to be a benefit to it. And so we have these hidden things within ourselves that will get us to do these things, these ways of thinking that we feel we're going to get some sort of benefit from. So, I created anxiety and panic attacks in my life because I felt like I had no control. The main reason I created anxiety and panic attacks for me is because I wanted to hide. I was very scared because I felt like the world was just going to a really shitty place. So I wanted to hide. And guess what? What's agoraphobia? It gives you the opportunity to stay in one place, to hide, basically, to stay inside. So that gave me a tremendous opportunity to just manifest this reality where I got to hide away from the world. That's exactly what I did. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are doing this thing where you feel like you should do better, and you're holding on to this thing of shoulding on yourself because you feel like that's going to help you get the thing done. If I hold on to this, if I really feel like I should do better, it'll be this thing that will motivate me. It'll push me. It'll help me to
Yeah,
get the
good point.
thing done.
Good
So
point.
the other reason I feel this way is because,
Other reason I feel this way is because I don't know.
okay, let's do this. Okay. Tap on your heart. You've done this with me before in a big room with people. Okay. Use your fingers like this. You want to tap hard enough so that if you were to, oh, you've got nails, you can use your knuckles. You can use your, yeah, there you go. Use your
There we
knuckles.
go. That's better.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So then draw it open like this, 2 hands. There you go. Okay. Okay. Let's start here. I love myself.
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 I'm done shooting on 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 myself.
There is no benefit to me thinking that I should be doing better.
There is no benefit to me thinking I should do better.
There's no benefit to me thinking I should do better.
There's no benefit to me thinking I should do better.
I allow myself to just simply do well.
I love myself to simply do well.
I allow myself to just simply do well.
I allow myself to simply do well.
Okay. Back to the tapping. Okay. I should on myself because I'm trying to get myself to do better.
I should on myself because I'm trying to get myself to do better.
I should on myself because I'm trying to get myself to do better.
I should on myself because I'm trying to get myself to do better.
I just allow 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 myself to do better.
I let things flow easily.
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 From this point forward, I will no longer feel like I should do better.
From this point forward, I will no longer feel that I should do better.
From this point forward, I will no longer feel like I should do better.
From this point forward, I no longer will feel that I should do better.
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 I should do better because I can.
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 I can do a lot better, and therefore I should do better.
I can do a lot better, and therefore I should do a lot better.
I can do a lot better, and therefore I should do better.
I can do better, and therefore I should do better.
Okay, Kim, do you feel right now like you should be doing better?
No, I feel like I can do better.
Okay.
I feel like it completely makes sense what you were saying, that the should on myself is like the pressure that I should do better, but to feel like I can do better takes that pressure off. It's just, it's a different vibe, a different feeling.
Yeah.
And I know I can do better, but to do the should is like a heaviness, and the can is more like an open feeling.
Yeah. One pulls, one pushes, right? But it's interesting because it doesn't really push from a good place.
No.
Right.
It feels heavy and it feels guilty, and then it's like this you suck feeling. When in fact I don't, because I know I'm doing a lot of good for a lot of people, even if I'm not crazy busy right now. I still know that reaching out to past clients is doing good to other people by just letting them know that I remember them and I care about them. I'm not asking something from them.
Yeah.
It's no different than my friends or anybody. It's like reaching out and making a point to reach out and let people know you are thinking of them is all that matters.
So close your eyes for a sec. Okay. Are you able to tune in to any of that guilt around?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So why do you feel guilty?
I feel guilty again because I feel like I've been gifted so many things in my life, in so many different ways, that I feel that I could be a better example to my kids, to my husband, better provider, even though he provides. But like I look around, and not to do the comparison game, but I look around and see what other people in my world, other agents that I admire, including you, and realize that there's nothing holding me back from doing better except for me.
Sure.
So I feel disappointed that there's no reason I can't have the things that would, or do the things that would make those that I care about most in life a game change to their life. So I feel like
Yeah.
I'm holding back on my possibility, and I have
Yes.
no excuse other than me.
Yep. Good for you for being
So
very clearly responsible about it. That's a huge deal. You did just open up a whole new can of worms there. I was more referring to about calling your clients. So, in regards to calling your clients, are you able to, can you feel the guilt around picking up the phone?
yeah, and to be honest with you, that's not too heavy of guilt. The guilt is the bigger stuff, like the bigger dreams
Okay.
and possibilities.
Let me just take you here for one spot. Go, if you will, just close your eyes for a sec.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And you had said that there were some clients where it's like a 0 out of 10 and some clients where it's like a 10
Hmm.
out of 10 with guilt. Are
Hmm.
you able
Hmm.
to pick someone that is or was a 10 out of 10?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Now think about calling that person.
Hmm.
How strong is the guilt now?
0.
It was 10.
It was 10, but it's
Okay.
0 because I know the response would be fabulous. So
Okay. Are you able to pull up any guilt in
mm,
regards to making that phone call?
it's minimal,
Okay.
but maybe a little.
Why would there
I
be
mean,
any guilt there? What are you feeling guilty about?
but I think the guilt would pass within a second because I would say, "Hey, I'm so sorry I haven't stayed in touch, but I've been thinking about you," and then it
It
would be a good
would. It
conversation.
would. But the point is that it's still there. So there's still some because you were 10 and now you're like, I don't know, somewhere between
A
a 0
little,
and a
yeah.
5. So why would there be
But
any
the
guilt?
guilt would go away the second I made the call.
It
Yeah.
would. But why is it there? I feel guilty because,
I procrastinate doing the things I know would make a difference.
okay. So you feel guilty because you procrastinate on doing the things you know will make a difference. Okay. Would you just say that for me, please?
I feel guilty because I know that I'm procrastinating the things that would make the biggest difference in my
How
life.
strong, how much guilt do you have around that? 10
Around that
being there couldn't be
statement,
more. 10 being there couldn't be more. 0 being there's no guilt around that.
I think saying it releases some of the guilt because it acknowledges it, and then it actually gives me more energy to do the thing. It's like acknowledging it and then letting it go.
This is everything. Okay. So the acknowledgement, by the way, just so we're clear, okay, how much do I go into here? Okay, let me keep it simple and say this. Okay. So the tapping and the opening increases the energy that you experience. Okay.
Okay.
Saying you love yourself, put yourself into a very forgiving state. It allows you to let things go, period.
Hmm.
Okay. If you have someone you need to forgive, it's just as simple as doing this. I love myself. Steve, I'm sorry you were such an asshole to me. I need to forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you
Right,
for being
right.
an asshole. I forgive you
I
for
like that.
hurting me. I forgive you for this is a very beautiful and simple way to let go. Carrying anger, guilt, resentment towards other people is just it just what's the expression like you it's like you're trying to kill the other person by taking the poison yourself. And so
Hmm.
it's poison, right? So this is a very similar thing. Like you're saying, the guilt's not there now and I feel more comfortable moving forward. That's it, Kim. This is the whole thing. It's the negative thing that we don't lean into, and that's why I was like, come back to this, come back to this. So it's the negative thing that we don't lean into. We don't look at it. Sure, I ask you, hey, tell me all the great things about making phone calls. Oh, let's go. Tell me the reasons you don't do it. I don't know.
I don't want to.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But then it's because we've trained ourselves to not look at the negative reason we don't do things. But when you look at the negative reason why you don't do things, you recognize that it's ultimately because of the emotions. You're not taking the actions because of the emotions, because of the feelings, because of the way it feels. You've been avoiding it because of the guilt that it brings up within you. And then the whole shoulding thing happens, right? And so the negative emotion, you're not leaning into it. You're not doing the actions, but it's the beliefs underneath it that create all this stuff. So when you focus on the beliefs, the belief is the lever for letting all of this go. So then you can just feel normal and natural about simply moving forward and just doing the thing that Kim needs to do to move the needle. Because you have goals, you have things you want to do, you have stuff, you've probably lists of things that you've not done that you want to do, that you need to do. And you've been feeling guilty about it. You've been feeling shitty about it. When the reality is that you just have some beliefs that are getting in the way and they're preventing you from being able to take action because you have things you're afraid of. You have things you feel guilty about. You have things that you have other negative, unhealthy emotions about. And so when we go here and we let that stuff go, all of a sudden we just feel free to move forward. So Kim, this is how people can free themselves from anxiety and panic attacks, depression, agoraphobia. This is how people can 10x their business. This is it. This is the way.
I
This
mean,
is the way
everything
we
you
work.
did makes total sense to me.
So keep an eye on your shooting and check in with yourself to see like where that is. Just keep an eye on it. But this is it. This is my thing. It's one of what I do.
Brilliant. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not all mine.
You're bigger than real estate, that's for sure.
Pardon me?
You're bigger than real estate.
Thank you. I accept.
Yeah. I mean, you clearly have an impact on people, and it's a gift for sure. You have.
Thank you.
And I know that your gift came from pain, but a lot of people have gone through stuff and never taken it to that level that you have. And I will honestly, I did it with you in Phoenix, but I wasn't in a vulnerable place like I am right now with you. And it's like, okay, it's here and I'm going to be processing, and I'll let you know because I think that
please do.
I like what you just did.
Okay.
I really do.
Good. Anybody can do this. Yeah. There's a lot of intricacies to it for sure, but like self-awareness is the key, recognizing certain things about yourself and observing, watching, and taking action, and recognizing that when you see negativity, when you see things you don't like, when you feel this stuff, you have to recognize that you see, think, feel, behave, act, all of that stuff, and achieve results and get things coming to you as a result of your beliefs. So when you shift and change your beliefs by bringing them to your open heart and loving yourself, you can literally just love these things away. So you said you got your answers from pain. I would argue that I actually got them from love, and because it was love that got me.
The journey of figuring it out came from that part, but then the answers and your growth and the goodness came from love.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Ben. Did I tell you that my grandma's maiden name was Sweet? Did I tell you that?
No, really?
So my great grandma's Sweet, and the Sweets did have a presence in Canada.
Eastern Canada?
But I don't know where. I might have to look at mine. But no, my grandma grew up on a farm in Michigan, and my great grandma's name was May Sweet. She was beautiful.
What was her first name?
May.
So I have an aunt whose name is May Sweet. She's from New Brunswick.
It'd be interesting to see if there's any sort of strange heritage that we share.
I promise you there is some sort of relation. Yeah. What's your maiden name?
My grandma's maiden name was Sweet, and it was my great grandma was Sweet.
Okay.
And she had this joke when I can't remember what's whippoorwill. She said they're not saying whippoorwill, they're saying May Sweet.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. And I think they came from Ireland.
Okay.
Or Scotland. Ireland. Anyway. Somewhere.
That's pretty awesome.
I thought that was kind of interesting, yeah. Well, thank you, Ben.
Thanks,
I
Kim.
Appreciate it.
Today was awesome.
Way over, but you gave me a nice therapy session.
Awesome. My pleasure. Thanks, Kim. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
So thanks, Kim.
Okay.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
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 Thanks for listening to Rewriting Real Estate. If today's episode challenged your thinking or gave you a strategy worth trying, share it. The right move at the right time can change everything. Subscribe and listen in next week for more insight, more momentum, and more ways to grow your business your way.